So Nifty has actually once again approached the day's low. Okay. So day's low is actually being tested once again by Nifty. Okay. And let's look at Tata Steel. So Tata Steel, so which is looking more weak? Is it Nifty or Tata Steel, which is looking more weak for you? So currently, when we look at the charts, I personally feel that Tata Steel is looking a bit more weaker than, Nifty is looking a bit more weaker than Tata Steel. And one more thing is there. So Bank Nifty is dropping. Okay. So Bank Nifty is actually kind of dropping. Uh, so Jindal has kind of managed to break below the pivot. So as I mentioned to you, so talking about shorts, I'm more keen on checking out Nifty. Okay. So I'm kind of actually looking more keen on checking out for shorts on Nifty. Look at Jindal. Why? Because why specifically I'm interested in Nifty is because you could very well see over here. So this day's low is a good level. Okay, this day's low is a good level. Okay, and if price manages to break this, I can expect a pretty steep gap filling move. That is almost like a 80-point gap filling move. And if I am to take a short, I can go for a short over here, keeping my stop loss somewhere over here. Okay, that's like a 30-point stop loss. And I can think about taking out a short position. Okay, so look at Jindal Steel dropping and look at Tata Steel. So which is looking more weak? Is it Tata Steel or Jindal Steel which is more weak? Jindal. Okay, Jindal is looking more weak as compared to Tata Steel. Okay, so I'm just I'm just adding Tata Steel over here so that you can see. So I'm also tracking these stocks from a different screen. Okay, so for me it is fine. I'll just add this over here. So Nifty, I'm specifically interested in checking out for a short on Nifty. Okay, and when it kind of comes to the long side, it would be a Tata Steel that I would be more interested on. Okay, more interested. So today's trading day would be kind of actually a waiting game. Okay, and when it kind of comes to stocks, when it kind of comes to individual stocks, I'm pretty much not finding any like something that is in my universe. Okay, in the stocks that I'm considering in my personal universe, I'm not actually finding anything that could be checked out for a good shorting opportunity right now. That is why I'm still tracking the index for shorting opportunities. Okay. And talking about Friday, so I'm more into option selling and more into straddles, triangles, all these stuff for intraday. And talking about today, as far as option selling is concerned, I'm not very kind of, what do you say? I personally have bad experiences on Friday with straddle triangles, so I decided not to do straddle triangles on a Friday. Okay, so that's why I'm kind of actually tracking equities today. So Fridays are not meant for straddle triangles. That is my personal thought, uh, as per the systems that I use. Okay, so we could get a good shorting opportunity on Nifty, and one could actually set their stop a bit above this, considering going for a short. Okay, so I'll also share it on Discord. See, if you don't know how to make use of futures right now, futures, see, they're derivative contracts. Okay, and they kind of work more or less in the same way as equities. Only thing is you trade in lots and they have an expiry date. Okay, so in equity intraday, so you have to buy and sell within the same day. But when it kind of comes to the futures, if you are kind of feeling okay, the trend is going to continue, you can take it forward. Okay, you can carry it forward. So there's no discuss about that now. So if futures has not been discussed to you, stay away from futures right now. But more or less the logics are the same. So the logics of price action, the concept of levels, risk reward, everything is actually pretty much same. I think it's a good time to enter in short for Nifty. In Nifty for short opportunity, yeah, I'm kind of actually just waiting. Bank Nifty has managed to break the day's low. I need Nifty to kind of actually drop below the low. Okay, suppose that I'll take out an entry. Jindal is going bearish, not just Jindal, like talking about the banks, ICICI Bank is bearish. ICICI has had a gap filling move already. ICICI filled in the gap. Then Kotak is bearish. The SBI is bearish. IndusInd is bearish. Okay, almost everything is bearish at this point of time. Okay, so most probably the first trade for me would be on Nifty. But as you can see very evidently over here, like momentum is not that much. Okay, so Bank Nifty is once again approaching the day's low. The recent swing low it just took out. Mm, yeah. So the data slightly turns a bit bearish. Okay. So open interest, looking at the open interest, VWAP prices below the VWAP for Nifty. But there's kind of no sort of a volume. So when the price is dropping down, there is kind of actually not sort of a volume confirmation that is taking place. In the sense, like you can see that when the price is dropping down, the volumes are not looking pretty strong. So that is something that actually concerns me. So you can see this big bearish candles, but then looking at the volumes is not so uh, interesting. Okay, maybe now I guess uh, we can see the level getting pierced. See, Tata Steel is looking kind of okay, okay. See, Tata Steel hasn't yet broken the day's low, while Jindal Steel just broke the day's low. You see that, right? So, yeah, so that means, yeah, we are kind of actually would be, it would be kind of actually fine in thinking about going for a long on Tata Steel once we get a confirmation, like once we get a good price action over here, it would be fine to go for a long. And we'll have to wait for that. So today, more or less, it would be a waiting game, I feel. So let's see. So now Nifty is finding a support at the day's low and it is just picking up. So we'll have to wait, as I mentioned, and it's going to be more or less a waiting game. Nifty target, see, Nifty, I'm expecting a gap filling move to take place if it breaks the day's low. HDFC isn't falling much. Yeah, HDFC is looking almost flat right now. After a good gap up, it is looking like it's consolidating. When we do swing trading, what are the time span that we should consider apart from price action? See, that is a completely different thing, right, Prathamesh? So right now we're doing intraday, and there is nothing like okay. So you can consider having a look at the 1 day charts, or you can have a look at the 4 hour charts, or the 1 hour charts. Okay, is there any difference for reason that people don't trade future than options? See, in options the charges would be lesser and like you can kind of size your positions in an easier manner so when it kind of comes to options so no need to use it now so it seems like it's finding a support at the pivot okay so we'll have to wait a lot and today is kind of once again like yesterday we'll have to wait a lot what are you going to buy a put or sell a call very good question Monica okay so today I'll be shorting on futures directly. So you can do both. It depends on. So when it kind of comes to a Friday, talking about a Friday to be specific, so we really don't have much of a decay, right? So and so considering the IVs at this point of time, so IVs are kind of actually pretty cool. So VIX is down. So VIX values are also kind of actually pretty much down. So there is kind of so you get an advantage if the IV values drop, but it's kind of a moderate IV right now. So buying would be better. The buying would be better than selling if you are expecting a steep move. And majority of the times when a gap filling move happens, we usually witness that the moves are pretty strong whenever a gap filling move is happening. So buying would be more better. Buying, or you can show the futures. Okay. Okay. So see, forget about see, going for a long position means you buy something first and you sell it off at a higher value, right? I don't get that. No, today is not a day for straddle, my friend. Like today, I don't think it would be a good day for straddle because majority of the times, from my personal experience, straddle, strangles, all these things fails on a Friday. Okay. So let's see. Let's kind of actually track Nifty, and this is getting interesting now. Okay. Okay. So this is what we want to happen. Okay, Veer. Yes. Let's get ready. Let's see if something can be caught over here. And okay, so right now, yeah, the active open interest strikes actually show Dove is okay. Dove is favoring us. Okay, Dove is also kind of favoring us at this point. So if Nifty has to break below, it should be now. Okay, it should kind of actually be now if Nifty has to be breaking below. That is what I feel. And okay, so rather than futures, like I'll consider options itself for the trade. And people who for whom options has not been discussed yet, so don't worry. Okay, so you just understand the concepts. You understand like on what basis the trades are kind of being concerned considered. Okay, so then kind of executing it through futures options, all these things is not such a bad thing, but the concept wise, like why you're taking the trade, the reason or the rationale for the trade is what you should be focusing on majorly. So it's not breaking. So as you can see, once again it is testing. So things are becoming interesting. So I personally feel if it has to take out the low, it should be within the next 5-10 minutes. If Nifty is to take out the loss, I personally feel it should be within the next 5 to 10 minutes. And considering an at the money strike, 14800 PE would be suitable. See, I'm not consider. Please don't consider this as any trading recommendation or trading call. Okay, so please do your own analysis before taking any position. So we need to have Nifty actually breaking below the day's low. Can you show call versus put analysis now on how to analyze it? Okay, so call versus put analysis. Call versus put analysis. Okay, I'll have to connect to the other screen. Just a second. Give me some time. I had to log in this account. Just a second. Okay. Just give me 2 minutes. Okay. I think I have a different thing over here. Just a second. Yeah. It's up to you. I'm not giving any recommendations over here. Just wait. Just wait. So Bank Nifty is actually just broke below the day's low and is picking up slightly, whereas Nifty is once again finding a support over here. Okay. It's like I think we'll soon get an opportunity, so let's stay active on that. See, I'm not kind of reading through the PCR ratio or anything right now, so I'm not having a look at the PCR ratio or something. However, I'm actually having a look at the OI spurts. Okay, something called as OI spurts. Okay, okay, seems to be an interesting day. Now, once again, Nifty is kind of uh, picking up from those levels, right? Now, once again, for the outlook to actually turn bullish, I need the price to manage to move above the VWAP levels. Okay, so that is, I kind of actually need the price to manage to move above the VWAP levels. Okay, let's focus on whatever is being discussed. Okay, so and I'm pretty sure that all these things that you're asking, I'm always explaining it during the theoretical sessions that I conduct. So what we are discussing right now, let's focus on that, right? So I had at the beginning of the day, I have actually shown how we were checking out for the build-up data when we kind of actually just picked up the stock, right? So again, the same question is arising. Yeah, of course, it can be very fast. As Abhijit is kind of saying, it can be very fast. See, even if you look at all these data, it is actually giving you a stronger conviction to kind of stick with that rate. And just having a look at the data, you can't take a trade. Definitely, you need to have a look at the levels. You need to have a look at the price action. You need to kind of actually check out what sort of risk reward can be got. You can actually have a look at the dashboard, man. Please have a look at the dashboard. Over there, everything is mentioned. Okay. Subhash, you could have a look at the dashboard. She's having a rejection from that point once again, from this level. So where we had planned, if we were to go for a short when the price gives a closing below this, so we had planned to kind of actually set a stop loss over here because this was a nearby highs, right? So you need to get an opportunity road, no Suryan. So talking about ICICI Bank, ICICI had a good gap filling move, and talking about Axis, Axis is kind of actually just staying range bound. I'm tracking it. If I'm getting an opportunity, I'll update. But see, so far, I'm kind of interested on two things. So one is Tata Steel and the other one is Nifty. So these are two stocks that I'm specifically interested in right now. So I'm just waiting. So I just need more confirmation. Like I need a closing above the VWAP to be specific. And I kind of actually need a closing above the pivot too. And there could be even a case when I don't get a trade also. Okay, so nothing wrong in that. So I just want to stick with my plan. Okay, that's it. So there could be a case when I'm not getting a trade only. That could also happen. So Abhijit, yeah, I guess I answered it. Yes, as you mentioned, the data keeps changing. But then at that specific point of time, you can actually figure out for yourself where maximum interest is, like where maximum people are interested in. Okay, so we see some good writing taking place at 14,800. Okay, that's a VWAP. That is actually a VWAP level. So 15,000 CE, 15,200 call option, 14,700 put option, 14,500 put option. These are the ones that is having good writing on the Nifty. Yeah, Bank Nifty has taken out the day's low, but then still Nifty is actually once again not managing to pierce the day's low. Nifty is once again staying above. Nifty is still looking strong. And let's look at our friend Tata Steel. Okay, I think Tata Steel will give us a long side opportunity pretty soon, and will kind of actually be capable of initiating long positions once it manages to move above the VWAP with our stop somewhere over here. Okay, that is 1133 levels. We probably will be capable of doing that. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yes, see, indices they themselves don't have volume. Index is not traded. It is their derivatives that is traded. So they only have volume. Okay. So you can have a look at the website. Okay. I have been sharing all the videos also. If you want to attend it again, that also can be done. Don't worry. Okay, Vidya, I totally get that. Okay, don't worry. So Tata Steel could give us a long side opportunity soon. And so the levels I'll be specifically interested would be somewhere over here for my stop. Okay. So it would be kind of something like a 10 rupees stop loss in this case, I feel. So we need as I mentioned to you, I kind of actually need a closing above the VWAP to kind of actually initiate my positions, like to get the conviction to go for a long, I kind of need a good closing above the VWAP. Okay, so there, let me just first get the conviction with this. Okay, then I'll have a cross check with the Fibonacci angle. Okay, see, any tool that you're using should be to give you more confidence. So, okay, discuss later. So Tata Steel. So what about going for a long on Tata Steel based on this candle's closing? So having a checkout on this candle's closing. What about going for a long on this, keeping our stop loss somewhere at 1132? What do you say? Does it look good? What do you guys feel? See, not should go, and we are no one to predict the markets. Or what we are going to do is we're kind of actually going to check out for the probability and risk reward wise, it looks good. Okay, the stock looks good. Haven't crossed the pivot yet. It has actually crossed the pivot, Monica. So we need a good closing about this, and that could actually probably tell us, yeah. So it could be something maybe we can check out for a long. Okay. Uh, so I personally feel if we're going for a long, so there's some sufficient space for the price to give a good bullish move. Wait for Nifty to reach us for 14,818. So I'm kind of actually checking out for a short on Nifty, and as I mentioned, I will be keen on taking a long on what do you call it, Tata Steel. Okay, so Nifty is dropping now. So we see that yeah, Tata Steel is actually performing better as compared to Nifty, right? Sorry, Tata Steel is actually performing better as compared to Jindal Steel. So now Nifty is approaching the day slow, and are we getting our first trade on Nifty then? 14,800 call. Volume is not backing, so when VWAP levels usually get pierced, the volumes are pretty strong. So very good observation. Thank you. Great. So 14,800 put option. Let's see for the closing, and let's see is below the VWAP, testing the VWAP. Okay, and he probably could get a trade on Nifty soon. Volume is rising. Yes. Yes. Just need a candle to give a closing. So my trade would be upon the closing. Okay. So I would actually be keen if it's kind of capable of giving a closing. Tata Steel still bullish. Volume is also rising on Tata. So both cases I would need a closing. So that's very good. So we are getting kind of actually a short side opportunity on Nifty, and we are getting a long side opportunity on Tata Steel at the same time. I haven't entered any, so I'm just waiting. Okay. So I kind of actually need a confirmation. Okay, volume is building up in Nifty. That's very interesting. And here we go. So I'm going for a buy on Tata. Sorry, on Nifty, 14,800 put option, and my entry price has been kept at 125, and my stop loss, which is a difference of 40 points. Okay, my stop loss is kept at 100. Okay, so that's the only order that has been kept so far. Entry at 125, not the fill yet, 14,800 put option. And please don't consider this in any trading recommendation or anything like that. Trade based on your own understanding and your own logics. Okay. Okay. I think I'm missing out on the trade, but let's wait. So stop loss is at 100. Yeah, here people get into fear of missing out, but see, this is not my last trading day, right? So just one among the many trading days. See, I don't want to get any sort of a slip page. I want to enter with a limit or whistle. Okay. See, again, same questions are coming up. See, my friend, I told you what we are checking out for is a gap filling move, right? Okay. So there is, see, there is kind of nothing. There is kind of nothing wrong if you don't get a trade over here. Okay. as I mentioned to you, if I'm watching out for 100 trades, 50 trades I'll be getting, and out of those 50 trades, I'm able to enter 25 will fail. And how I win the 25 winning trades, that is what is going to give me profits or loss. How I can manage my winners. Okay. So please keep that in your mind. There is nothing like every trade you watch out for, you need to get an entry. So many of the times you won't get a fill, you won't get an entry, but it's fine, nothing wrong. Okay, so it's trading at 133 right now, and so I think we'll miss out on this move if there is not some sort of a retest. We'll actually miss out on this move, and yeah, so and this thing goes in vain. This trade would actually go in vain, but it's fine. That's a part of your should be that will be a part of your everyday life. Okay, some of the opportunities will be skipped. I didn't get an entry. It came down to almost 126, 127. I didn't get a fill. Okay. So now what I'm doing is I'm just canceling out on this order. Okay. So I'm just canceling out on the order. So I'll kind of be keen on entering it only upon a retest now. So some sort of a retest is happening. So depending on the price at that point of time, I'll be keen. So for now, the order is cancelled. So maybe now the price is going to move towards my target without me getting a fill, but it is fine. Okay. So as I mentioned to you, markets are there every day. Okay. So some of the trades you'll miss out. Don't worry. So Tata Steel is still looking bullish. You see that, right? Mm. So I don't want to take a long now on Tata Steel because everything else is looking bearish to me. Okay. So I'm not getting that conviction to go for a long on Tata Steel now. Why? Because everything else is looking long for me. And only if I'm getting an entry on this, like only if I'm capable of getting an entry on 14800 PE, I'll be. I didn't get an entry yet. I exited the order. So whatever pending was there, I exited it out. It was trading at 131 right now, 14800 PE. So maybe we'll get a chance soon to enter. We'll get a chance to enter on both. Okay. Okay. So now my plan is like this. That is, I'll kind of actually go for a buy on Tata Steel at 1142. And if Nifty is once again taking out the loss, I'll kind of actually go for a short on Nifty. Okay. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I wish 14800 PE kind of once again comes to our triggering levels. And we can actually go for an entry at 125 as planned earlier with our stop loss at, what do you say, buy at 125, man. Like, what is confusing in that? Okay. Tata Steel is getting strong. Okay, so I'm placing a buy order on Tata Steel at 1142. Okay, 1142 with my stop loss at 1132. Okay, so buy order being placed on Tata Steel at 1142 with my stop loss at 1132. Okay, and yeah, we are in the trade in Tata Steel. So currently we are in the trade in Tata Steel, and next trade is going to be done on our friend Nifty. So we are kind of actually going for a buy. The 14,800 put option, we are kind of actually buying it now, and we are placing a buy at 130, that is 130. Slipping, don't miss it out now. Okay, so we are kind of entering at 131, my friend. Okay, 131, we are going for an entry. Yeah, so we are in the trade at 130, and we are kind of actually setting up our stop loss at 105. Okay, so we are done. We are kind of actually done with the positions. Okay, so I have actually gone for a long position on Tata Steel. That was the only equity trade done at 1142 with stop loss at 1132. Now talking about Nifty, since the structure actually looked bearish for me on Nifty so far. Okay, in the case of like looking at the weak structure, like expecting kind of a gap filling move, so that's why we have gone for a short at 131 average, the stop loss at 105. Nifty, we are making a stop loss 25%. That the target will be 50% here. I guess, yeah, you're kind of actually talking about the points, the risk in terms of points that we have taken out. Yes, of course, it has to be. So let's see what happens. And and today, like, very interestingly, like, one of our positions are on the long side and one of our positions are on the sh- short side. That is, Tata Steel is on the long, and in the case of Nifty, it is actually a bearish position that has been taken. So Tata Steel, I personally feel it has sufficient room to move on the upside. Okay, I'll just show you. I'll kind of actually show you the levels as far as Tata Steel is concerned. So you just see this, like, if it managed to break the day's high, it definitely has a room for another like 20 rupee move easily. 20 30 rupee move. It can easily it can easily give a 20 to 30 rupee move. Okay, that is like, it can even be a 1:3. Stop loss market could be the order. Okay. Amol, if options has not been discussed to you, please keep it aside. You focus on equities. Okay. So something that has not been discussed to you, please keep it aside. So Jindal Steel is also picking up. See Nifty. So right now, Bank Nifty is the one. I would say the reason for the plight of uh, Bank Nifty would be the reason for the plight of what do you call it, Nifty. Okay. So I think Nifty is undergoing a retest. Nifty is kind of actually undergoing a retest at our levels. Or the day's low levels. So I ended Tata Steel at 1142. And if Nifty is kind of actually facing a rejection, so I have sufficient space to kind of actually add one more uh, position. I could take one more position upon the retest. So in this trade, like I would actually go in loss only if both my trades go wrong. That is that Tata Steel has to fall down and Nifty has to move up. And if either of my views actually go right, still I would end up making profits. So this is my stop loss in the case of Tata Steel, 1132. Slice over here. Okay. It was a sell trade, Vidya. So same questions again and again. See, Tata Steel, as I mentioned to you, so there is sufficient room for a good upside move. Okay, a 10 to 20 points. And in the case of Nifty, we are actually anticipating something like a gap filling move. Okay, we are kind of actually anticipating something like a gap filling move in the case of Nifty. So I think now Nifty is testing the level. So if Nifty is undergoing some sort of a retest, I'll have sufficient kind of space to kind of even go for adding further positions upon the retest. So Bank Nifty has picked up a last couple of last 15 minutes, and that could be visibly seen on the chart of Nifty also. Last 15 minutes, Bank Nifty has given a bullish move. Okay. So that's the difference in perception, Prathamesh. Okay, so my perception was that yeah, it'll actually kind of fill in the gap, and your perception is that it is actually bouncing off on the pivot and will go for a long. So person to person, it could vary, right? So if everybody has the same view, then what is there? There is nothing to trade, right? So there could always be a difference in perception, right? So what you kind of pointed out is pretty good. So what you're saying is, yeah, you kind of actually see some sort of uh, a pickup from like you see, okay, you feel that okay, there's a rejection happening from the pivot, and you should go for a long. So my personal thought was that it is kind of some sort of a just a small pullback, maybe to just retest those levels, and then we go for a further drop. Okay. And in the case of Tata Steel, when everything else was dropping, Tata Steel was actually still pretty looking strong. That's why we went for a long on Tata Steel. So now I'm kind of considering adding positions if the retest has been validated. Like if I get a good bearish closing. So right now, like our average entry was at 131. So currently 14800 PE is trading at 124.4. So if I get a bearish closing over here, and if I feel, yeah, I'll kind of even add further shorts. I'll add more positions. Okay. So Tata Steel is once again at our entry. Can you show? Yeah, I'll keep a separate session. So which brokers do you do? Which broker do majority of you use? See, I personally use something called as Orion Light of Motilal, and to be pretty honest, there is kind of no way I would kind of actually ask anyone to use that. Someone who is trading a small size. Okay, so Sarodi, I will kind of actually have a day when we kind of actually show it on any of your accounts. We can definitely do that. See, placing orders is not a big deal. It's not something, and how much ever you watch placing orders, you kind of need to get comfortable in placing it by yourself. Okay, so that will only make sense. So just watching someone else place orders, and we have a lot of videos regarding placing orders on our YouTube. We'll be more than happy to share that also, and definitely we'll do it. We can keep a separate session purely for that. So Bank Nifty drops on. So I could kind of actually think about adding more shorts. Okay, I could kind of actually consider adding more short legs. Again, Ravi, like same question I answered already. Okay. See, it depends. It depends on what you yourself is comfortable with. Okay. If you have a bigger capital, you would actually usually prefer selling. You would kind of actually prefer selling options. Okay. And when talking about Friday, there is kind of not much of a difference. Okay. There is kind of not much of a difference between selling options and buying options on a Friday. But when it kind of comes to days like Thursday, Wednesday afternoon, and all, there is a very significant difference. Got it. So it depends on the day. It depends on your comfort level also, and it also depends on what other parallel positions you have. So let's say that you already have some buy legs. So along with that, when you're kind of selling, your margin requirement would kind of actually be lesser. So that is also there. That is also one other factor. So many factors are there. So it's not a straightforward answer just like that. So there's something else called as IVP, IV percentile. You can trade in Nifty Bs, nothing wrong. But then, like we usually see some sort of a variance. We many times we see some sort of a small variance, but nothing wrong. You can trade in Nifty Bs, Nifty Bs and Bank Bs. You can trade. So once again, like there's kind of a content regarding the very same aspect on our dashboard. Whether Nifty Bs you should be using or you should be trading on Nifty futures or on the auctions. So it depends on the person. Okay, you can trade on Nifty base definitely. You can get a feeling of get a feel of index trading by practicing some positions on Nifty base definitely. Okay. Now Nifty is picking up. Okay, and our trade has actually entered the red side because Tata Steel is not a kind of having that fire while Nifty is actually moving against our view. Okay, our trade has kind of entered at the red side. We are in loss. Okay, I wish Tata Steel kind of compensates soon, pretty soon. Okay, so same answer again, same question again. As I mentioned to you, so there is sufficient room for Tata Steel to pick on the upside. And there is the moment actually becomes pretty strong. So I'm expecting something like a 20 rupee move, a 10 to 20 rupee move, pretty easily on the upside in the case of Tata Steel. Okay, so let's see what happens. And maybe like we can take a break. So it's already 11. So take a break and I'll kind of actually update you. So I'm not going to change anything over here. Like I'm not going to modify anything in the states. Jindal is kind of actually once again picking up, but Tata Steel was actually looking more favorable. Like Tata Steel was actually looking more stronger than Jindal. Okay, so far. So I think, yeah, I personally feel that yeah, Tata Steel could kind of be having further power coming in, and it is just recent Bank Nifty kind of picking up. Okay, that is like Axis Bank. Axis Bank has managed to pick up. So that is what is actually also supporting Nifty. So how many of you track Reliance? I don't know. How many of you are tracking Reliance? I'm not really sure about that. So what is the situation with Reliance? So Reliance is also kind of picking up after a dropping for like last 15 minutes. Reliance has also been picking up. So these are the factors that has actually supported Nifty right now. So Reliance kind of actually picking up. Okay. Does Nifty fall further? Like, see, we took a trade with a perspective, right? So if you took a trade, we had a reason why we took a trade. And none of us, let me once again make it clear, none of us can predict the markets. Okay. None of us will be capable of predicting the markets. All we can do is, so if we get a conviction about something based on our studies, we can initiate positions with a favorable risk reward ratio. So risk reward ratio means how much you're risking and how much you're looking forward to make. So as long as that condition satisfies, you can kind of survive in the markets. Okay, so don't expect to be right all of the time. So so my kind of like the reason I took my positions is still remaining the same, no changes on that. Okay, and Nifty was looking weaker than Tata Steel. Tata Steel was looking strong for me. That is why I initiated the position. I'll stick with the trade. Okay, and as I mentioned to you, so some sort of a good retest, we can actually think about adding more shorts. That is, we get a good. So far nothing we have got on Nifty. So if we get, let's say, we are getting a opportunity where we are capable of managing our risk as well as the price is giving a good retest. You can consider adding more positions provided your conviction is still the same and what do you say? Your outlook on the market is remaining the same. Okay. So yeah, now once again we are onto the green territory because Tata Steel has started performing better. Okay, so we wish Tata Steel continues much more stronger than Nifty. As see if Nifty picks up, let's say Nifty is picking up, and Tata Steel is also picking up. So which should naturally pick up more strong? So which should so as per our current understanding, we should be picking up more stronger or with a more intensity. Once again, we are on the green territory. And we are kind of actually making double of what we are losing on Nifty. Nifty is dropping again. So which one? What do you think, guys? Please, guys, I expect an answer. So which is looking stronger? So if market is to pick up, let's say Nifty is also picking up. So we should have a higher momentum on the upside. Should it be Tata Steel? So as per data, like as per like the built up, as per the OI built up, all these stuff, we are expecting Tata Steel to kind of actually pick up much stronger than this thing. And Bank Nifty is once again dropping towards the day's low. HDFC dropped Kotak is dropping, Access India is dropping, Axis Bank is dropping, ICICI Bank is dropping. See, ICICI Bank, okay, now some of our friends are saying, like yesterday I mentioned, yeah, we'll check out ICICI Bank for trading. Then why did we kind of actually consider trading on, why didn't we kind of actually consider trading on ICICI Bank? Okay, so one thing is that, so before we started off this meeting and before I could get my hands on this, it had undergone a good gap filling move. And if I wanted to go for a short somewhere over here, okay, my stop loss would have been somewhere over here. But then since the gap is already filled, majority of the times what we actually see is once the gap filling move is kind of done, we really don't have much of a move to take place. Okay, so that the thing is there. So once a gap filling move is usually done, we really don't have much of a movement to actually take place. Okay, and if something like that happens, then how do we get a favorable risk reward ratio? So I'll have to keep my stop. So if I'm going for a short, okay, yeah, if I'm going for a short somewhere over here, I'll kind of actually keep my stop loss at least over here, right? And already a gap filling move was given. So if I'm checking out for the nearby levels, I personally feel the price could actually find some sort of a rejection over here. So how is my risk reward ratio favorable? Is my risk and reward favorable over here? Come on, guys, please answer. So if this is my risk and this is my probable reward, first probable reward, is it being favored? No. Is there any point in me taking this? No. Okay. So all those things we should actually think about. Okay. And I'll show you one more thing. And you can also always do this. Okay. Investing.com. Some of you were asking, how do you track all the banks together? I'll show you that. Just wait. Okay. Now, as per our expectation, Tata Steel is doing really good, very good. And we have like thrice of what we are losing on the Nifty as a profit on Tata Steel. Okay. Just a second. Okay, just show you something. Okay, I think I'll just have to log in from a different account on investing.com. I wish it's the same account that is being used. Just a second, guys. I'm just checking out for something like how to add multiple charts. Okay, I had to log in. Just a second. Sign in. Just give me a second's time. Continue with Google. Live long wealth. Okay. So after this, we'll take a break. Okay. Tata Steel should not lose its fire. That's what we need. And the momentum should continue on Tata Steel. And so as far as like it gives a 1:1, it's done. As far as like a 10-point move is kind of actually being given, so we are almost risk free on both the trades. Okay. And I think it's going to be a slow market today. Okay, I'll just share one of my okay, just a second. See, you can actually, okay, you could kind of actually do, see, investing.com has a feature where you can actually add multiple charts. And you can, this is possible on the free uh, thing itself. Okay, there is something called as this over here. There is something like this over here. Okay, and you can add whichever layout you want, and you can add up to 8 charts on the same screen. So, good thing about this is it will help you track. What do you say? It will actually help you track all the major banks on the same screen itself with volume, with VWAP, etc., etc. So I have like something with this. Like I kind of actually have done this. So this makes the process easier. Okay, fine. So that is one way. Way you can actually do. How do HCL Tech look on charts as of now? HCL Tech. TradingView has a similar feature. TradingView will have to have the paid version, but in investing.com is there free. Okay. Yeah, it's up to you. All those things are completely up to you, right? In Zerodha it is free. Okay, I'm not Zerodha TradingView is free, but they provide that 4 chart thing? So ACL Tech is looking sideways as of now, right? So ACL Tech is actually looking sideways at the moment, right? So what do you feel? I also feel it is sideways. What do you feel? Okay, do they provide each other? That's amazing. Like I'm not actually familiar with it. I didn't know about it. So it would be great if someone could show me. If we can add 8 charts on TradingView for free, that is great. I was not familiar with it. Okay. So ACL Tech is looking sideways. So guys, I'm just taking a break. So I'll kind of get back. Where to switch from IQ. Yeah, see, TradingView charting is there, but do they provide 8 charts on the same screen? That is what I'm asking. Do they provide 8 charts? In investing.com, this thing is there. There is an option for you to change the layout. If you want, you can add 8 charts, 4 charts, whatever you want, you can add over here. Okay. So yes, we'll catch up. We'll take a break. I'll inform you once I'm back. We'll discuss what happens. Okay, I'll inform you. Most probably we'll catch up post lunch only. We'll catch up post lunch and we'll discuss. Okay. So what happens with the trades? I'm not taking any fresh positions today. That's it. I'm not doing anything else today. Thank you. Zerodha has 8 charts. Okay, great. So I'll have a look at it. Thank you all. So we'll catch up towards the end. We'll discuss what happens. Okay, thank you.